Oh hey, don't mind me. I'm just reading this book. What am I reading? It's called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. It's an autobiography written by Maya Angelou. It talks about her life and the trauma she experienced from ages 3 to 16, including rape and racism. You've heard of Maya Angelou, right? African-American poet, writer, and civil rights activist? Well, this book was one of many works that were published during a movement known as the Black Arts Literary Movement. Want to know more? Well, sit back and relax while I tell you about a short-lived but still important moment in African American history. We begin over in Chicago, at the Nation of Islam headquarters, where famed Black Panther Malcolm X had some tension with its leader, Elijah Muhammad, over where the nation was going politically. When Malcolm X eventually returns to New York, he begins receiving death threats and deals with open acts of violence against him, and on February 21st, 1965, Malcolm X was shot by a former member of the Nation of Islam, Thomas Hagen, at the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem while delivering a lecture. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where he shortly passes. After having lost a significant advocate and leader of the Black Power movement, it was time for others to step up their game and do their part. Insert Amamu Imari Baraka, one of many poets and writers at the time. He establishes the Black Arts Repertory Theater/School in Harlem, kicking off the beginning of what will be known as the Black Arts Movement. This movement reflected pride in Black history and culture. Its goal was, quote, to create an art, a literature that would fight for Black people's liberation with as much intensity as Malcolm X, our fire prophet, and the rest of the enraged masses who took to the streets, end quote. Many of these arts were in the form of poems, books, or plays. Each piece of art told of the joys and beauty of being Black and exposed stories of abuse, racism, and overall unfair treatment of African Americans. One book, called Home Social Essays, by Amamu Baraka himself, tells Black artists to aid in the destruction of America as we know it. Obviously, he didn't mean setting America ablaze. He meant for artists to make a difference and destroy the normal way Americans live and treat each other every day. Some other works during this time were poems from prison, a book by Eldridge Knight, and a poem by Nikki Giovanni called Knoxville, Tennessee, which expresses the pleasure of growing up in a Black community, including barbecues, going to church, and singing/listening to gospel music. Just a few of the many ideas expressed during this time of oppression and inequality towards African Americans across the U.S. And these ideologies are still very much alive today. And who knows, maybe there will be a time when everyone is treated as true equals. Thanks for listening, and have a spooktacular Halloween.